What's going on, guys? My name is Mojo Kickz and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing the new Undefeated Nike Air Force 1 5 on it pack, and I do have the Air Force 1 to review today. But without any more talking, let's get right into today's video. Nike Air Force 1 Undefeated 5 on it did release alongside the Nike Dunk Low 5 on it, and they did release in a pack on undefeated.com on September 8th. Now, the original release date was set for September 4th, but due to the severe conditions of the hurricane, Undefeated did delay the release date until September 8th. Now, both the Air Force 1 and Nike Dunk Low 5 on it did release for that retail price of $120 USD, and these Air Force 1s were honestly a pretty easy cop. They were sitting on the site for quite some time, and they even restocked some sizes the night of the release. The Dunk Lows, on the other hand, were quite hard to cop, to be honest, and honestly, if you got in there pretty quick, you probably could have copped a pair, but those were definitely in more demand, and a lot more people were going for those. Now, there was also a in-store raffle on August 30th for this 5 on it pack. The winners were notified on September 7th and were able to go pick up their shoe the next day on September 8th. Now, getting right into the box of this shoe, it comes in the standard Dunk vs Air Force 1 Nike box. This is the standard box for all of the 3 drops so far for this Air Force 1 vs Dunk collab. The sizing tag just reads Nike Air Force 1 Special Project, and the colorway style is Court Blue White Gold Tone. This is my personal size 9, and you can see the retail price of $120 right there on the tag. Now, if you don't know, the shoe does come with the custom box paper, and that paper just features the Dunk vs Air Force 1 logo, and that is also standard on all 3 of the drops so far, as well as any future drops that they do with this Air Force 1 vs Dunk collab. Now, moving right into the shoe, obviously with all of these Air Force 1 vs Dunk collabs so far, the 3 drops, the quality has been immaculate on all 3. I do gotta say, but this has probably been my favorite one so far that I've personally picked up. I did hit on the canteen dunks, the first Dunk Low to drop in this Air Force 1 vs Dunk pack, and those were pretty good quality. This Air Force 1 does feature the crocodile skin on the overlays of the shoe in that dark blue colorway. You also got a canvas material on the toe box, quarter panel on the lateral side, and on the medial side, the swoosh is also in that canvas material. Moving on to the lateral side, the swoosh is actually patent leather, as well as the back tab, and on the medial side quarter panel, it is in the regular smooth leather. Now, if you guys don't know, the whole concept and design behind this 5 on it pack is basically featuring the 90s and early 2000s era, or the golden era, for both of these silhouettes. Now, with this Air Force 1 specifically, you can see that they went with the yellowed, almost aged looking midsole. I think that was a really cool touch. I do think the white midsole would have looked okay. I don't think it would have blended in as well. Also, the concept and design behind this 5 on it pack is that both of the shoes in the pack do feature 5 different materials on the shoe itself. Now, the 5 different materials on this specific Air Force 1 are the crocodile print, smooth leather, as well as patent leather, and lastly, the ballistic mesh. On the triple black Dunk that released alongside with this Air Force 1, the 5 different materials are nylon, suede, pony hair, and once again, canvas. I do think that this Air Force 1 definitely looks better in hand. I wasn't too crazy about the colorway when we got a first initial leaks, but the more I looked at the colorway online and saw more pictures, this colorway definitely started growing on me, and now that I see it in hand, it looks even better, and on feet it looks really good as well. I'm personally a fan of loud colors, and I think this shoe is really cool, especially with the croc print. That adds a really cool touch. Now, this colorway might not be for everyone, to be honest. If you don't like loud colors, the shoe's probably not for you, to be honest. The colorways aren't even too bright. They're more of a subtle kind of mustard yellow and a more subtle dark blue. I wouldn't say it's a navy blue, it's definitely not, but compared to the pictures, the blue is a lot more subtle than I thought it would be. Now, the insoles also do feature the Dunk vs Air Force 1 branding, and the color of the insole is in the same mustard yellow as the canvas material on the upper of the shoe. This Air Force 1 does come with an additional pair of white laces. I think a lot of people like the Dunk Low just because obviously it's a Dunk Low model and it's a triple black colorway, and all black shoes always do good and are very popular. I do think the icy translucent outsole on that Dunk Low gives it a cool touch as well. Now, the resale currently on this Nike Air Force 1 Low 5 on it is currently around the $130 to $175 price range depending on size. Resale is definitely not too high right now, and if you do have a pair and you're trying to resell, you could resell and make some money. I would recommend holding the shoe, as I do think any colorways of the Undefeated Nike Air Force 1 vs Dunk pack, whether that's drop 1, 2, or 3, I think they will go up over time for sure. This one has got to be my favorite Air Force 1 to release so far out of all 3 of the drops. I also did like the gray one that released last pack. I do think the resale eventually could maybe be around the $250 price range. It can definitely reach that in the long run. There is rumored to be a sneakers release next Wednesday on September 22nd. For this 5 on it pack, the drop 2 for both the Dunk and Air Force 1. They are rumored to be restocking. That's not confirmed, but Ama Maniere and some other boutiques have posted on their Instagram that they are dropping it next week, specifically on Wednesday, September 2nd. Now, sizing for this Air Force 1, I did go my true to size 9, and you can definitely go your true to size for these Air Force 1s, but I would recommend going a half size down, just because these do feel a bit big on me, to be honest. Obviously, they're bulky just like any other Air Force 1, but I would just recommend going your normal Air Force 1 size. And if you haven't owned an Air Force 1 before, that's just a half size down from your true to size. But like I said, you could go true to size if you like a more almost loose fit. But for me personally, with this size 9, they feel a bit long. And I would say that I have a little less than an inch of room on the toe. But if you do want these to fit perfect, then I do think a half size down from the true to size would be good. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's review. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash that like button down below. And also, if you're new here and you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. But like always, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.